Obama administration is planning on doing what can only be described as maddening. As of now, we have about a month and a half of time before the control of the internet is handed over from the US to some international body. Obama has decided, without congressional approval, to turn over the root zone file of the internet. What does this mean? Well, when you type in funnycatvideos.com, ICANN, the International Corporation for Assigned Names and Numbers, translates that into the necessary code and allows you to find and access that website. Without it, domain names would be either in binary or hexadecimal and several hundred to thousand characters. The handing over of ICANN to an international body, such as the UN, would allow voting blocs to put pressure on what can and cannot be seen on the internet. Groups or countries could censor the internet inside of the United States without our citizens knowing about it. What type of voting blocs are we talking about? Well, right now, the largest voting bloc in the UN is known as the OIC, the Organization of the Islamic Conference. The OIC is comprised of 57 members, such as Saudi Arabia, Syria, Libya, Egypt, Afghanistan, Iraq, and Iran, and many more. These countries don't really support the idea of freedom of speech. One can only imagine what might happen when they can stop or silence a dissenting point of view in America. Obama and the administration has said that this control over ICANN is merely clerical. However, this is patently false. Our role has stopped such countries as China and Russia from censoring the internet in our own country. An example would be if you go to google.com and type in Tiananmen Square. You'll get images of the protest and the iconic image of a man standing in front of a tank. However, if you're in China, your Google address was google.com.cn before Google removed their services in China. When searching Tiananmen Square at google.com.cn, you would get photos of dancing citizens, happy families, cheerful parties, and marches. This is only a slight difference. This is the kind of censorship we would face if the control of ICANN is turned over. Former President Bill Clinton has expressed extreme concerns over this. He has warned that several countries have been trying to gain access to the internet in this fashion for the sole purpose of censorship. Even the normally globalist Wall Street Journal has published many articles warning of this takeover. If this control is handed over, we would become a less free society and a more controlled society, and this freedom and control would be given to a foreign power. Also, it is illegal for the Obama administration to unilaterally turn over control of any U.S. asset without congressional approval. And yes, the U.S. control of ICANN and the base root file of the internet has been classified as a national security asset and property of the United States. Not only would this handoff affect websites ending in .com, but also ending in .mil and .gov. These sites are critical to our military and government functions. If handing over such control to a foreign power is not treasonous, then I do not know what is. Even if sometime in the future the courts ruled that the handoff was unlawful, there would be no real recourse. Once this genie is out of the bottle, you cannot put it back in. As Obama is wrapping up his final term, it seems he's trying for one last push for globalism. This action will only help to demolish America's standing and influence. Why does a leader of a nation keep undermining that nation's interests? Truth be told, Obama does not believe the U.S. should lead the world. Obama believes that groups such as the UN and the OIC should lead the world and impact the geopolitical environment more than just one nation, even if that nation is his own. Obama is fine with the censorship that is coming. He and his administration have already used the IRS, the mainstream media, and the Justice Department to stamp out dissent here in the United States. Why would they not let another power help with their actions? Even though it might not seem like you or I can do much, we can. We can share this video, we can get the message out to our friends and families, we can call our representatives and congressmen and women, demand that they do not allow this handoff to take place. Freedom of speech is probably the most fundamental freedom we have, and it is very, very much in threat by this handoff. Remember, the worst part of censorship is If you like this video, please consider subscribing or send us a message on Facebook. We will be updating regularly.